Hi guys, welcome back. I'm now back from my 3-week vacation, which was just a time and a half, as you can imagine. I'm going to look back on it so fondly. I have so many fun memories coming out of that trip. I just love how the last half was kind of spontaneous, and I've just made so many incredible memories and new connections with people in my industry. It was just everything and more. But I came home to so many new and exciting makeup launches. I cannot wait to slather them all over my face. I'm sure I'm going to have to film a few of these types of videos because there's just way too much here, but I'm going to try my best. So before I get started, I'd love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. I'm sure you've noticed I'm wearing foundation already, just because the new foundation I got, which is the YSL All Hours foundation, is just a little bit light for me at the moment. So just wait a few exfoliations and I'm going to be able to try this out. It looks lovely. We'll see how it is in real life. So I'm just going to jump into concealer. Actually first, sorry, give me a moment. Hi, I'm home. I haven't filmed in a few weeks. It's like I'm new to this. For my base, I used the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer with 4% Niacinamide and the Makeup Forever HD Skin in the shade 1N14, which ironically is a little bit dark for me. We'll see. It's all going to work out because I think this concealer is a little light. And that is the Stay Naked Quickie Concealer from Urban Decay. This looks interesting. I've seen a lot of hype on it online, like on TikTok, which always makes me a little suspicious. So we'll see how it actually wears and works. I have the shade 10NN. Kind of gives me Tarte Shape Tape vibes a little bit, you know, just because of the chunky packaging and the chunky wand. Let's check it out though. Whoa, very light, but it's going to balance out this foundation a little. And I'm taking my beauty blender. Oh wait, there's a little brush up top here, which I believe you can remove to wash. It's actually feeling like a pretty good brush. I like how densely packed it is. From online, I thought it was a sponge, but I'm happy it is a brush. I'm sure you could put a little Cinema Secrets on there and clean it up, but I do prefer dense brushes when it comes to blending out foundations and concealers a lot better. I feel like a lot of the product stays on top of the bristles instead of sinking into them, and it always gets the job nicely done. I wish I had a deeper shade because I used so little amount of this. I was really tugging at my skin, so it didn't create the best effect. I was just too afraid to go in with too much, so I'm sure if I had the correct shade, this would have gone a lot better. But the formula seems nice. It does have quite a bit of coverage. I used so little and it's done the most. I feel like it looks pretty seamless. It's not a very blurring formula, but it's not enhancing my little under eye lines or any texture at all. But in that same breath, it's not really anything to write home about just yet. It could be because the shade is not the best match for me. So let's move on to the next step, which is powder. I'm just going to be using my Huda Beauty Pound Cake, and I have this little e.l.f. powder poof here, which I have been really loving applying my powder with a powder puff. It just works so much better. I feel like it really sets my makeup for the day instead of just adding a little layer on top. It really gets in there and sets it for real. And I really like to work it in. I don't like how the powder just sits on top, so I kind of push it into the puff and then I kind of mold it to wherever I'm putting it. So I'm kind of squishing it into a little triangle just to set under my eye. Now for highlighters, Danessa Myricks did a little shade extension of the Vision Flush Glows. So Tiara is very popular for a liquid highlighter, and she launched 5 more alongside of that, and I swatched them all. They look really pretty. Like this chocolatey brown one would look so gorgeous on the eyes, but look at the shades, really fun. So we have Femme, then the second one is Electric Love, then we have Tiara, which is the last one on the top row. Then on the bottom row, starting right here, is Crave, Majesty, and the last one is Legendary. I thought it'd be fun to mix Tiara and Femme together, which kind of creates this color, which is perfect to go with the other colors I'm thinking of going in with today. Let's give it a shot. Femme is like a really pretty, sheer, really pink highlight. It's pretty see-through, and then it just pops really pink. I'm doing this before bronzer because I have a powder bronzer to try and I don't want the formulas to go to war. Those create a really, really pretty shade. I wish I had more places to apply. I'm really happy to have a full size of this now. I remember trying like a little sample size of it, and such a little amount goes a long way. It's a really pretty champagne-y highlighter, so I'm really happy to see the shade extension. Really nice formula. It does seem like some of these shades have chunkier pigments in them. Tiara is very, very satiny. It's very smooth and consistent, where some of these shades seem to have like a really fine glitter to them. I think this pink one is one of them for sure. So that's a little, I wish it was smooth like Tiara, you know? So that's the only thing, but it doesn't look texture enhancing like super glittery liquid shadows do. So that's good. It just gives me like a very glossy glow with some little shimmery specks here and there, but still I would have preferred to not see those little shimmery specks. I'm just imagining the Who's in Whoville right now on a floating speck on my cheek. Okay, so again, I'm happy to see the shade extension, but I wish they were smooth like the original. So now let's get into the bronzer. I have this Jones Road V bronzer. I have the shade Light Tan, which looks like a really nice tone. It seems to be quite in the middle for a bronzer. I see some yellow, a little bit of orange, and a little red. You know, it's just like perfectly mixed. So let's see if that translates on my cheeks. How do you guys feel about Jones Road? I feel like there's some hits and misses, maybe more misses for me in my makeup tastes. I feel like the products are pretty good, but they're not like extravagant in my opinion. And I'm using my favorite blending fan brush to blend this out. Ooh, it looks a little bit powdery, but that's okay, that's okay. Is it? Oh. Okay, I'm doing a little test patch on the back of my hand here, and it doesn't seem to be offensively pigmented, so that's good. Let's see how it goes over an unset face here. Oh yeah, it warms up against my skin tone. Oh, it's getting kind of pinky orangey. Although it does have a little bit of kickback in the pan, it's kind of like a sheer buildable bronzer. Usually when I see this kind of kickback in a powder bronzer, I know I'm going to have like a lot of blending to do because usually they're super pigmented, where this one isn't. It's building up slowly, which I like. Now that I'm applying it to more areas of my face, I feel like it looks more like a flattering color for my skin. I feel like that blends in really nice. I love buildable bronzers, although they can take a bit more time to apply because you're there building it up, of course. You're just going to be left with a better finish and a better blend. It went over my unset foundation really well too, so that's nice. It seems like a good all classic powder bronzer to me. I packed mostly cream bronzer, so it's fun to apply a powder bronzer after so long. I like it. I think this looks lovely, and it's adding a little bit of balance to my makeup today because I did go in with mostly, because I only been going in with liquid so far, aside from my under eye powder, but I think that looks really good. What do you guys think? The color at first wasn't my favorite, but I feel like it's blended in beautifully. I like the blendability, the buildability, is that a word? I like how it built up, I like how it blended out, but I know it's not like the most exciting product because it is just like a simple powder bronzer, but it works. So I'm happy about that. I feel like my face is starting to have more dimension. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Now let's move on to the most exciting category for me anyways. Blush. I came home to blush heaven. I have so many here, I don't even know where to start. So first of all, I have the new shade extension of the Merit blushes. These are all minis. Look how cute. I'm planning on filming shorts of all of these products just so you can see them all swatched against my cheeks and my skin tone. Yeah, I don't even have words. I'm so excited about all these. I did film a short of this already, but these are the Half Magic Beauty Cheek Fluff Soft Blur blushes. These are really interesting. I've missed them while I was gone. I also have the new Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty Blush Wands. It looks like I have a lot of shades. They only came out with 4, but I did purchase 2 shades while I was away. So these look nice. They look nice. I don't know if they are nice. I feel like the whole magic about these is that beautiful pearlescence, so I'm going to see how I feel about the matte version. And then lastly, for blush, I got these like 5 minutes ago. These are the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder Flushed Blushes. I have them all here. Look at this. We love fun. So what do I use? I knew I was forgetting something. I forgot to mention these 3 new shades from Cosmetics in the So Soft formula. I'll do swatches of all of them, why not? So these are the So Soft blushes. Strawberry, Chiffon, and Demure. Really pretty. This one's really catching my eye. It kind of gives Pillow Talk vibes. These are the Merit blushes. So we have Persimmon, I mean, Après, Stockholm, and Fox. Fox looks so cute. Honestly, all of them do. I really like this pink too. These are the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm blushes. So this is Dancing Queen, Jubilee, Golden Hour. Then we've got Prima Donna, Rosé and Brunch, and Bellini. Just by feeling them out in the pan, they kind of remind me of the About Face Cheek Freak blush balms in a lot of ways, but just a little bit more glowy. They have that melty but powdery feel. Really excited about those. Colors seem really cute. What do I do, you guys? There's so many fun options. These are the Half Magic Beauty Cheek Fluff Soft Blur Blushes. First one here is Only Drama. Then we've got Sexual Flustration, Magic Brownie, Don't Be a Doll, and Pink Mushroom. I have a cute little reels about these, but I just wanted to swatch them in this video. And finally, here are the Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush ones from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm kind of disappointed in this pink shade. It looks a lot more peachy than I was expecting. That's the shade Pink Pop right here. Right? That is straight up not pink, hardly at all. Then we have Pillow Talk, then we have Dream Pop, and then the last one is Peach Pop. I think I want to try out one of these. It's what I was looking forward to coming home to a lot. I was really excited to see these launch, so I think I'm going to go for one of them. I think I'm going to try Pillow Talk. And I'm blending that out with my Quo Beauty angled foundation brush. That is really nice. I was thinking I was going to miss the pearl in here a lot, which I kind of do, but I'm not mad at it at all. It blends out really, really nicely. This color's really nice. It feels just like the original blush one, just without the shimmer. Really nice. I am really disappointed in this color though. I thought it was going to be a beautiful kind of baby pink. Ugh, that's sad. And I feel like on the advertisements, it looks a lot more pink. Maybe it does translate that way on the cheeks. I'll have to try it out another time. Oh my gosh. Another thing with these type of products though, you gotta make sure you gotta twist it so it's off so you don't waste a bunch of your product because these are expensive. I just picked up my powder puff once again and I'm going to set the center of my face. Little green BB-8 deserves to be in frame. Oh my gosh, you guys, when I was in Disneyland, in Galaxy's Edge, which is the Star Wars land, I was wearing my Kylo Ren shirt and he came up to me and oh my god, you guys, I could not speak. And the stormtroopers, so intimidating. I was like, could not talk. Usually I'm good at a little bit of banter. Could not, so shy. But it was the best time of my life. Before the brow intermission, I'm just going to try out some of this Smashbox Photo Finish Endurance Breathable Setting Spray. Yep, breathable. Just gotta get it going. That felt wonderful. That felt really nice. It's a little bit of a aggressive spritzer and it's not very consistent. Like I can see I have a big drop of it right there, but felt nice because I was sweating. So while I let this soak in and do its magic, I'm going to do my brows and prime my lids off camera, so please enjoy the brow intermission. So I've started to build my eye look here. A lot of you wanted to see how I created the look I was wearing in my favorite eye topper video, as well as my lip gloss tournament video. So I'm going to do something like that, but I wanted to base my eye look around these new shades in the Pop Shot shadows from Charlotte Tilbury. These are the two new shades that came out near Valentine's Day, and they look really, really pretty. Of course, there's one named Pillow Talk, and the other is Pillow Talk Ultraviolet. They look nice, so I wanted to use these today, but I'm going to catch you guys up. So I'm starting with this Charlotte Tilbury Color Chameleon Smoky Pillow Talk, which I'm just more so using this for the color. This product kind of pisses me off because of how chunky it is. I don't know how I'm ever going to sharpen this because it's not your average sized chunky pencil. Like, it doesn't fit in a classic sharpener. It's too fat. That's annoying, but it's what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to start off by sketching a line just on my upper lid, like an eyeliner. I'm going to take about that much. Then I'm taking this little ColourPop brush and I started to smoke that out. And I brought it up into my crease while I could still work with it. This formula is nice, it's very creamy to work with. And I took a smaller detailing fluffy brush just to help diffuse that out. Taking some more to build it up. And now with an angled brush, this is a ColourPop E30, just a classic angled brush. And I'm going to follow that angle just on my lower lash line. And this is going to help create a double wing. And I'm going to blend that out, making sure that this area right here is thin and then it's going to get thicker. You're kind of aiming to get that same angle and you're going to end it near the center of your eye, right where your iris is. And you can clean it up easily. This is kind of just the base. Now I'm going to be grabbing my Tartelette in Bloom palette and I'm going to be working with the shades on the bottom here. I actually took a big fluffy brush and some of my setting powder. I just took whatever was in the cap and on the surrounding edges, and I set my brow bone just so that the shadows glided on better and so I would get a sheerer amount of them. Because sometimes shadows can stick to places and I didn't really want it to stick to this cream shadow if there was any tack left. So now I'm taking a bigger fluffy brush and I'm taking the shade Sweetheart and I'm just popping that into my crease. This is very light against my skin tone, but it's going to help create that base. And now I'm taking a different fluffy brush. This is a BK Beauty A504 brush. I'm taking Rebel, and I'm going to take it from here and just blow it out a little bit. With that angled brush I created that other line with, I'm taking the shade Leader. And I'm kind of packing it on top of that liner right here. This is where I want the look to be the deepest. And you can see it really grabs onto that liner we laid down first. And it's just going to create such a rich eyeshadow look. Like, the depth is so nice. And then I took that fluffy brush again and I kind of just blended that area out. And then I took whatever I picked up from doing this into my crease. Because I didn't want to dip into the shadow directly because it could have picked up way too much, and I just wanted it to be nice and smooth. Now I'm going to repeat those kind of steps just to get it nice and smooth. I'm taking a little bit of Rebel to do so, just kind of patting it on right on the angle over here just to smoothen it out. And then I'm going to do those kind of steps mini version onto the double wing, taking the darkest shade Leader right there, wiping my brush off, and then I can blend it a little easier. And I'm taking Rebel and Sweetheart to really smoke out the lower lash line. And if you need to clean it up, get a little flat brush like this and just run it over right here. You don't need concealer most of the times. If you do, just take a little and it will help sharpen this up. I always love this step. I'm taking my Slick Waterline eye pencil from Melt Cosmetics in the shade Ivory, and I love cleaning up my double wings with this. It just is so precise and it brightens it up, and I'm taking a little bit in my waterline too. And with another little angled brush, I'm going to help clean up that angle and blend that into the look. Just makes everything look so much more crisp. And there's where we're at. I love this type of looks. It's so fun to get in there into those details. Ugh. I'm so happy to have like a lot of time to play with makeup right now. It's so relaxing. Now for the fun part, the shimmer. These are the two shadows. Don't they look so glorious? Especially this one right here. Whoops, wrong finger. So pretty. I love how violet and oh, the reflect is so nice. So I'm thinking of layering both of them, starting off with the Pillow Talk shade. And these both have different finishes from the other pop shots that came out during the holidays. The Pillow Talk one seems more similar. It's a little less glittery than the other pop shots, but I think it's still going to be beautiful. I'm just patting that on in the center where I left this area blank. And you can make a decision here. I don't mind the shimmer shade getting over top of my liner area. I think it makes it look more effortless, and I like how the glow follows me at any angle. Or you can apply this shade with a dampened angled brush just to get into that little corner. I don't mind it getting over the look. So there's Pillow Talk. I feel like it's not as impactful as the original ones, and I applied it with my finger. But let's see this ultraviolet multi-dimensional one. This is a different formula. It's more of like a satin. It doesn't really have those glittery specks in it, but the shift is just unbelievable. I hope this takes it to the next level. This also feels very, very creamy. Oh, that's nice. That's cool. Now I'm just going to take a fluffy brush to help blend those two shades together and kind of get them everywhere where my finger couldn't. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Imagine this paired with like blues or even like cooler tones. I think this is a really cool color that could suit so many different types of color stories. And now I'm just going to take a mixture of these two shades, Rebel and Leader, and I'm going to go over top of this just to flick off some of the excess glitter. Bring that to the forefront again. Sorry, my camera's a little angled weird. My camera died. Okay, so here we are. Last thing before mascara, I'm going to add some of these Half Magic Beauty face pearls. These are the classic iridescent ones. So these ones have some really cool shifts to them. Some of them look like little oil slicks. I'm going to be using this row right here, where they're kind of bronze-like, but they have different shifts to them. And I'm going to apply it with some little tweezers. And these are nice because they're already pre-glued. Oh, this is perfect. It kind of has like that iridescent purple I put all over my lid. Oh my god, how perfect. I'm going to map out where I'm going to place them with some lash glue. Although they're pre-glued, I'm just going to map them out a little easier. I'm trying to fit in 3 here. So outermost points and then go in the middle of that. Oh, so perfect. Oh my god. Stop. How freaking perfect is that? And I'm taking a little bit of my Danessa Myricks highlighter in Femme to highlight my inner corner. So here is the eyeshadow all done. How freaking awesome is this? I can't believe how perfect these pearls match all of the tones in this eye look. Beyond happy. Next, I'm going to throw on some mascara, and I'm going to try out these new Kiss lashes. These are the falscaras. You can put the lashes underneath of your mascara, you know, like underneath of your lash instead of on top of it, which is my preferred way of using falsies now. So I'm so excited to see these lashes specifically designed for that technique. Oh, I'm just so excited to see these on. So here is the eye look without any falsies, just mascara. So fun. So this is really interesting. I opened these things up already and I read through the instructions just to familiarize myself. So the first step is to brush a light coat of Bond on natural lashes. A little goes a long way. So this is what the starter kit looks like right here. So you have these really nice wispy natural lashes, the double-ended Bond and Seal, and the applicator. I'm going to be using this style right here, which is the accent wisps, because I like how they're kind of gathered in the middle. I think the little spikes are going to look really cool, and I really enjoy how there are 4 different sizes. really exciting to see. They also have other styles as well. This one is the Bambi Wisps, which they look kind of brown to me. And these ones are the So Extra Wisps. And again, these ones have 4 sizes as well. And they also have an Overnighter product, which is a reinforced formula for an extended wear with a stronger hold to maintain the wisps in a fresh condition. So let's try it out. So it looks like this. This is the bonder. So I guess you put it onto your lashes instead of like a typical lash glue. We'll see if this works with mascara, which I hope it does. I'm going to grab a medium-sized wisp from these ones. And then it says, use the applicator, pluck a wisp from the tray, place underneath the base of your natural lashes, slightly away from the waterline. Oh, I feel like medium might be too long for there. I'm gonna grab a small instead. Oh, that stuff really is sticky. I'm going to do 3, 1 medium and 2 smalls. Okay, the only thing I see with these spikier guys is the angling can be a little funky. It's gonna take a little practice, but not bad for my first try here. I'm reattempting the medium-sized one. I think the angling was a little odd. Okay, that was pretty easy. Cute. It's cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, fun. And then the last step is to use the seal, which it says dab on a thin coat of seal under the wisps. This final touch eliminates any sticky residue and holds the wisps in place. So smart. Which is like a clear one. That was my concern with putting like the glue all over my lashes, you know? That makes it so smart. Yeah, I don't feel it grabbing onto my lower lashes at all. There's no stick at all. So I'm gonna have to like get used to it because I think this looks a little funky, but I love that idea. Oh, I'm actually really excited about this concept because I prefer the way they look under the lashes so much more. Hopefully this looks good when I'm looking down. But it just looks so much more natural and it doesn't feel weird under your lashes at all, especially if you're used to wearing falsies. I'm sure it's going to feel a little heavy, but it doesn't feel pokier or stickier than a normal strip lash does. It feels pretty much the exact same. So I'm going to do it on this eye real quick, then we'll move on to lips. Okay, I feel like that side turned out a lot better. I like the space between the little spiky bits. I think that turned out much better than this first side. And it's really easy, like this bonding stuff really grabs onto the lash and it puts it in place right away, so you don't really have to hassle with it at all. Like that took way less time than a normal strip lash would for me, and way less like pinching and grabbing at them and placing them. It's so much easier to place these lashes in these increments than a full-on strip. What do you guys think of those? I'm personally super excited about these. I think this is one of the most exciting products I tried out today in this video. I can't wait to experiment more with these as well as try out the other styles. This one's way more dramatic, but I can't wait to see what the more natural styles look like. And before I move on to lips, this is what the overnight glue looks like, which looks like it's a more full-on lash glue compared to the lash glue mascara-y thing. And now for lips, I have quite a few things to try here. Some are shade extensions and some are completely new to me. So what just fell were the new About Face Cherry Pick Lip Color Butters. I took a few of these on my trip. They are incredible, like so good. The shade I used the whole trip was Pamplemousse. Completely in love with it. If you like the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glows, you're going to adore these. They're basically the same thing. They just have a bunch of fun colors. They even have that kind of cooling sensation. They don't have like a lip plumping effect. They just feel really nice and cooling, but they make your lips look really plump because they add so much glow to them. So kind of want to use one of those, although I've been using them for like weeks now. I also got my hands on a few of the other shades in the fat lip oils from NYX. I ordered these online at Shoppers Drug Mart. I was so excited to see that they had more shades available there. I also have the new Tower 28 Juice Bombs and the shade extension in the lip oils from Kosas. That was a really fun noise. And the shade extension in the Kosas lip oils. So what do I use? I'm going to have content on all of these, so don't you worry. Might just take a few more days, but it'll be up. I think I'm going to use this. I first want to swatch this NYX Fat Lip Oil in the shade Status Update. I just want to see what it looks like. So nice. Wow. I don't like the tone for this. I think I need something more pinky, but damn, that is a nice color and it's so smooth. I'm also going to have like a try new makeup video, but drugstore version, so maybe I'll use one of those in there. But damn, that's a really pretty color. Ooh, I think it's going to be this one. I just wanted to show you guys this color so badly. So I'm taking Pinky Brown from Huda Beauty first, just to quickly line my lips. And I'm taking About Face Pamplemousse. Look at that shine. Insane. So nice. Oh, I love my makeup today. That was so fun to create. Okay, I'm just going to gather my thoughts and give you some first impression feelings. My cats have been so needy, which I'm happy about because I've been just wanting to cuddle with them. Hold on a minute. And here is my finished makeup look. I like this eye look the second time around far more than the first time I've done this. I'm not over how perfect these pearls match my eyelid. I won't ever get over it. It wasn't planned, it just so happened to be a match made in heaven. But now let's get into my first impression thoughts. First, starting off with the Urban Decay Stay Naked Quickie Concealer. First of all, I just want Urban Decay to move past the naked stuff. Same with Charlotte Tilbury, she needs to step away from the pillow talk stuff. Who knows, maybe it just really works for them. Who knows what it is, but I really like the idea behind this concealer. I think if I had my correct shade, I'd be way bigger of a fan. I like how there's a little brush attached. It's really nice for on-the-go makeup. It'd be awesome for a makeup bag. Although this is a little chunky for my liking for a makeup bag, I wish it was more of an average sized concealer. I do like how it looks under my eyes. I enjoyed how such a little amount of it stretched such a long way and it held up with its coverage. I think that's really impressive. It hasn't budged or moved. I still think it looks flawless under my eyes, and it worked really well with one of my favorite under eye powders. So there's a lot of potential here. I am planning on filming a shop with me and a try on, so maybe I'll throw in my correct shade into my bag so we can really give this a fair shot. Just because of right now, I don't see myself reaching for it, but I think that's just all due to the shade. So now moving on to the highlighter. I am so happy to have Tiara in my life in a full size, but I am a little disappointed that all of the shade extensions do have that like small glitter in it. I would have rather seen it like Tiara, that very smooth, gorgeous pigment. So that's a little sad. Although it's not like overtly and crazily glittery, I think it still looks flattering. It's just still, I wish it was smooth. So that's my thoughts on those guys. Moving on to the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty Blush Wands. I feel quite excited about these. I thought I was going to miss the sheen, like I said earlier, but it felt really nice going on. It's such a nice silky liquid blush formula. I do like the application with the sponge tip. It feels really nice. The colors seem really pretty, although I am feeling very disappointed in this pink shade. I wish it was more baby pink. I think I'm going to use these a ton. For the Jones Road bronzer. I really liked how this one built up. It was really easy to maneuver and use. I think this is a really user-friendly bronzer. I do find that it does have quite a bit of kickback, but I mean, just press into this a little lighter and you'll be good. The tone of it is also really pretty. I really enjoy it against my skin tone. I think it's very flattering. It's not too warm of a bronzer. I think this is one I would be able to get use of in the winter as well, kind of like my Fenty Beauty Into Sun bronzer. Kind of seems like one of those. I just really liked how buildable it was. Moving on to these little Pop Shot shades right here. I'm so happy to extend my collection in these. I think these shadows are stunning. I am really into this ultraviolet shade. I think this one will be heavily used by me. I am feeling a little disappointed in the Pillow Talk shade though. It wasn't as impactful and pigmented and glittery compared to the ones that came out around Christmas. I wish it was that same formula. This one I am more accepting of because it's a different type of finish and it was very impactful and it really took over my eye look. I just feel like this could have been a lot better if it was the exact same like opacity and glitteriness compared to the other ones. I'm starting to lose my marbles, but love ultraviolet. Not so much Pillow Talk, but I'm still happy to have it. And moving on to the Kiss lashes, I am so extremely excited about these. I think this is such a neat concept and they really thought through this collection. Like they dealt with every little concern people would have. Like I was really concerned with the stickiness, but they came out with that other product to remove all that stick and it doesn't seem like these are moving at all. Like these are on there really well. I think this is such a flattering way to wear falsies and it's so much more natural and fun. I'm really excited to experiment with all of these different styles. I'm really impressed with this collection. I think it's worth checking out for sure. And then lastly, for my lipstick, the About Face Cherry Pick Lip Color Butters are just glorious. They're glorious. You need to check them out. If you like this type of lip effect, you're going to adore them. The shade range is just so fun. They also wear a really long time for something of this texture. I just love every single aspect about these lip color butters. They're so nice. They feel almost identical to the Moisture Glows. They just have kind of a funkier, more fun shade range. So highly recommend you checking those out. One of my top favorites of today. But those are all of my first impression thoughts on the new things I tried out today. Keep tuned for all of the other things I quickly mentioned in today's video. But that's going to be it from me. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a like. I'll make sure to link everything I used and mentioned in today's video in the description down below, so feel free to check that out and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!